Hey, it's Sarah with Loaves and Dishes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these super easy yeast rolls. So in your mixing bowl, you're going to add 2 cups of warm water. You're going to add a tablespoon of yeast. This is the same recipe as my sandwich bread recipe, FYI. A 1/4 cup of honey, or you can use white sugar if you don't want to use honey. And then about 5 cups of flour. And you want to reserve just a little bit of that flour for when you're kneading the dough. But you just mix that all in your mixer, and it's gonna, so I know that you can like fully knead the dough and everything in a KitchenAid mixer, but it just doesn't feel right to me. So and a little bit of salt. I forgot to say the salt. And melted butter. I forgot about the melted butter too. Anyway, so you're just going to mix that up. I mix that up until a shaggy dough forms. If you're confident in being able to do it all in your KitchenAid, absolutely go for it. But there's the shaggy dough, and I'm just going to knead it. And you want to knead it for like 7 to 10 minutes. It's kind of a long time. Just until the dough like really forms up and you're not getting any more of those like fold lines or anything like that. So this makes a double batch. Basically, when you are done kneading this and you let it rise, you can split it in half and have like your sandwich bread if you want to make sandwich bread, and then you can also make this into rolls, and the rolls are delicious. The sandwich bread is delicious. There is nothing better than like fresh bread, and this bread is really easy to make. Like a lot of people think making bread is hard, but this is a super simple recipe. It's super easy, and like it's just so satisfying to like get a hot piece of bread out of the oven and just put some butter on it. It's so good. Like it makes me happy thinking about it. I love bread. Anyways, I am continuing to knead this bread. And I hate kneading bread. I don't know why I haven't tried doing this in the KitchenAid or like buying a bread maker. Also, don't go out and buy, if you're going to buy a bread maker, don't go get a new one. You can just go get a used one from the Goodwill. They're like so cheap. Everybody bought a bread maker at the beginning of the pandemic, and now nobody's making bread anymore. But I have started making bread. I'm really behind. Okay, so once it gets to this point, then you can split it in half, and you have to let it rise first. I forgot. You have to let it rise for about an hour. Just put it somewhere warm. I like to set mine on top of my oven. You can put it in your oven with the light on. Anyways, let it rise for an hour. It'll double in size. And then when you get it out, you're going to split it in half. And it doesn't have to be exact, just roughly in half. And so the one side I froze, and this other side I'm going to roll them into little rolls. And when I was kind of portioning them out, I was just sort of eyeballing it. So I cut my half in half, and then I kind of rolled that back into another ball to see, like about what size roll we're talking about here. And then I was like, that's way too big, so I cut that in half. And then I think I'm going to cut it in half again. Yep, I cut it in half again, because these are going to expand a lot when you cook them. So you kind of want to go a little bit smaller than the actual size roll that you want. And so when you're making them into a ball, you can do this in a couple ways. You can kind of pinch the outside and bring it back to the middle, and then you have a nice smooth top like that. Or you can just kind of roll it into a ball in your hands. And it can just be a little bit more rustic looking. If you want like perfect little rolls, I would suggest doing this pulling method. But you don't have to. I did that for those two, and then I was like, I'm tired of doing this. So I just kind of mushed them up, and that was it. Yeah. See, I was like, good enough. It's just going to be me and my husband eating these. They don't have to look pretty. And then I was like, well, this one is way bigger than that one. So I took a little bit off and added it, and that's what, if you get a roll that's like way bigger than the others, just pinch a little bit off and add it to the smallest one. So now I'm going to continue portioning out. So I just cut it in half, and then I kind of rolled it around to make it into a ball again. kind of evenly distribute everything, and then I cut that half in half and just rolled it into a ball. These are super, super easy to make. And, you know, there's something very freeing about them not having to be like pretty. You know, like that's nice. They don't have to look nice. They're going to taste great. So I sprayed this baking dish with a little bit of oil, and now I'm plopping those in there, and I gave them a little bit of room so that they could spread out some. If you wanted to like push them all together and have like a break apart kind of deal, you could have, but I left a little room. So then I baked them at 350 for about 35 minutes, and there they are. They were super hot, but I just couldn't resist messing with them. So I pulled one out. I almost dropped it. Here's the crumb shot. Oh, it was too hot. I'm burning my fingers. There it is. If you want to see more recipes like these, check out loavesandishes.net. If you want to hear more from myself and my mom, we have a podcast. It's called Dorks with Sporks, and you can find that wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We put out a new video every Monday through Friday, and you can find anything that we used in today's video linked in the description box below, along with some extra recipes. Thanks for watching.